Yo, what's good? NBA YouTube. It's your man 100 Grand. Ross with The Rock Never Stops coming to you with another episode of NBA Talk. Today, it's time to show some love to the Toronto Raptors who just keep rolling. They just keep rolling. The surging Atlanta Hawks, just one more victim on the train tracks of this Toronto Raptors team this season. If you like this video, hit that like button for me. Subscribe and the bell for notifications. Right now, the Toronto Raptors are playing some amazing basketball. Some amazing basketball. Greg Popovich has to be proud, right? Somebody like Steve Kerr has to be sitting back and just being like, man, I love how they're playing. The Toronto Raptors are a basketball fanatics love child. Like the Toronto Raptors are a team that you just sit back and I just love watching them. Not just because it's aesthetically appealing to see. They're hitting threes at a high clip. They're moving the ball around, getting dunks in transition. Really fun to watch. But they also play the game the way it is meant to be played. They're what we call almost like purists, where they're like, we understand that defense wins games. And so we don't for a moment take it for granted and take a play off and not play defense. If you watch every single time the ball is swung around, they're closing out. First closeout, second closeout. You beat them off the dribble, one rotation, two rotations, diving for loose balls. Gary Trent Jr., Fred Van Vliet. It doesn't matter who they are, Chris Boucher, Precious Achiuwa, every single player is bought in to playing defense. But not just that, they play together. They play together in a way where it's almost like they have this symbiotic link where they like know what each other is thinking. The chemistry and continuity is unbelievable. Shoot, if I'm Masai Ujiri, I'm not trading anybody in this central core. And I mean, I include Precious Achiuwa. He's earned it. Maybe Chris Boucher only because his contract is nearing up and you might want some more money than you want to spend. But you know what? I would rather keep him than bring in somebody who you don't know if they're really going to buy in. The Goran Dragic trade piece is nice. Malachi Flynn, he might be somebody that might be on the move too. But anybody I bring in has to be somebody who complements this roster. What they're doing, led by their all-star Fred Van Vliet and their other all-star, previous all-star, Pascal Siakam, who is back to that all-NBA level, if y'all are watching him. What they're doing behind these two is simply phenomenal. Their first team all-defensive player, OG Anunoby, first team all-rookie team, Scottie Barnes. This team, what they are doing, truly, it has to be scary. They're now the 7th seed. I want to say a game and a half out of the 6th seed. They won't even have to be in the play-in the way that they're playing. Now, I will say they do need some depth. Probably at that guard position. They could use a really good combo guard. If not a combo guard, a straight-up point guard. But he's got to be a dog. He's got to be a dog. I like Eric Gordon from Houston. But anybody that they add needs to complement this team. They have to be able to fit in. They have to be able to bring something. Because the way this team is playing right now, you don't want to mess with it. And I don't think Masai wants to. Delano Banton is looking like Lamar Odom's nephew, right? You're looking at Scottie Barnes like, yo, he keeps showing me things each game that I'm saying like, yo, if he ever just gets solely focused, not solely focused, but if he ever gets locked in on offense and starts trying to dominate games offensively, not just facilitating and fitting in, which I understand when you got an all-NBA and an all-star player next to you, it's hard not to defer. But the things he's doing and how he's able to get to the rim and score around the basket, yo, he really is the future of this franchise. The heights and potential he has to go to, I would say goes beyond anybody else. But with that said, what Nick Nurse has put in this system, in this offense, in this defense, kudos to Dwayne Casey. That culture and defense is still there. But what Nick Nurse is doing is simply remarkable. He's got to be in the Coach of the Year race. I still think it goes to BJ Bickerstaff, but he's got to be right there, top three. This team has overcome adversity. Their all-star Fred VanVleet has led them back to prominence. And my question for y'all is, how far do you think they're going to go? Trade or not? Do they need a trade to take that next step into a contender? Or can they just keep riding this? Y'all let me know. Peace.